Prenups work almost 100% of the time. Dot, dot, dot. If done properly.
Yeah, that's like I can write. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy.
What's
Oh
happening?
man, the divorce is turning nasty. It seems like someone cannot read or hasn't been able to read or whatever you want to call it. It's not. It started very amicably. It
It did.
seemed like they were going to handle this as grown men and women.
Mhm.
Women. But the latest news is that Jeannie demands to see Jeezy's finances because she's
Mm.
not sure whether what she signed is fair. She's trying to say the snowman conned her. Ah, that's a freezing one. And this is a winter conman. That's what she's trying to. I mean, otherwise, there's no other way you're trying to look into the finances. And she's trying to. And she's trying to strip. She's trying to strip the snowman bucket naked. You don't know that reference.
I
That's
don't
a
know.
that's a Bernie that's a Bernie Mac reference. Bucket
I,
naked. Anyway, shout out to Bernie Mac. But anyway,
not to Steve
so
Harvey.
let's continue. Jeannie is out here asking
Oh.
to see the finances.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on this stuff? Because it's going out of hand, bro. It's
Yeah, well, it, she wouldn't be asking it if the prenup wasn't an issue.
mm-hmm.
Or at least her challenge, she's asking it because now she's challenging the prenup. If you already agreed to something in the prenup, then that's what you would need to comply with. Now, there are instances where you would still need to look at the finances, even if you have a prenup, because everything, of course, depends on what you have in the prenup. So, if in the prenup it's stated that the the spouse, the other spouse, gets a percentage of something, then you would need to look at the amount or the value in order to get to determine what the percentage is. In this case, I believe Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, they signed the prenup a day
A
or
day,
the day
yeah.
before.
It was the day before. She
And
signed it the day before. Doesn't mean that he handed to her a day before.
no, but she did sign it the day before because, of course, she couldn't read it before that day because
And she
she was
read.
preparing for the party. And you need to, as the lead attorney, another amazing content creator on YouTube said, continuously says actually, prenups work almost 100% of the time. Dot, dot, dot. If done properly.
Yeah, that's like I can write. Anyway, let's continue. Continue your point.
Yeah, it's like,
I wasn't going to say that would have been crazy. Good thing I stopped.
well, the thing is, one of the things he always says is that it's in in order for it to be almost ironclad, the prenup, it's necessary, if not strongly advisable, to do it at least 6 months prior to the wedding date. Because then, if you sign it 6 months before, you can't say, I didn't read it, I didn't understand it.
Yeah, you can ask
Another thing,
questions.
another advice, and this is not legal advice, but I'm just comment. Another thing that TLA says is that it's good that if both parties have their lawyers. So it's very likely that Jeannie Mai might get the prenup. I don't know what you say, annulled or dissolved
Thrown out.
or thrown out, like Posada.
That's the
And
well.
if
It's not Posada. Posada is the catcher, dude.
he throws it out, right? Isn't he
No,
the
that's
one
the
that's
pitcher.
throwing at the ball?
The pitcher is
If you
throwing.
if someone is robbing the base and you throw it, didn't you throw it out? Does the other does the pitcher strike
This is why
someone
you
out? Not
don't get a discussion with lawyers because he started off from a pitcher's mound and then
no,
he
I
turned it
didn't.
into a steal.
No, it's
There's two
Posada
situations.
because the pitcher strikes someone out and the and throwing
Okay,
someone out is something
you're right.
else.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Continue. Yo, he was
So, so
yo, dude. What the heck? I was like, why is he? Why isn't he saying anything? And then I heard the horn. Oh
so
man.
I think so. I might be wrong, guys. Let me know. But in any case, the the thing is, you have the now Jeannie Mai is asking for the prenup, well, to be thrown out, and of course, in weight of the response of the results of that request, that claim, she's also asking for the finances, of course, because then the finances will become relevant. Well, they'll become more relevant. I
Yeah.
think that I'm I think that it's funny how we still look at marriage as something that it's based primarily on, let's say, the monetary, the legal aspect gets seen as the least when getting
Least
married,
important. Yeah.
least important, and when divorcing it's the most important. So if you get in a discussion, because if you get in a discussion prior, if you say to someone, I want a prenup, there are still, I do think, a lot less people, but there are still people who would say, no, man, no,
About love.
it's about love. If you don't love me, we need to be all in together. But when you're divorcing, you don't say, you know what, the divorce, it's about love. You marry, no, then it's about money.
Yeah.
Then it's still a very, I think it's a very, it's the marriage in itself is not the issue for me. The issue is that we still think that it's about love and not more than that, or something deeper than that. That doesn't have to do with fairy tales and feelings, horniness, because you might confuse horniness with being in love as well.
Love is a feeling, and the feeling that's called love doesn't stay forever. It might go up, it might go down. So you
So I would
need
say,
more than just love
yeah.
to
So I
to
would
to
say,
keep the
no, continue.
bond in that situation further. Oh, sorry, you're trying to say something?
Yeah, well, I would say that love is not a feeling. In love, feeling in love is a feeling. But love to
An
me, if you
emotion.
ask me what, yeah, if you ask
And
me
then
what
what is
love
an
is,
emotion?
um, emotion is something that you have, but that do not. A lot of people think that they are their emotions, that they are their feelings, that they are their thoughts, but it's
Mhm.
just something that you experience. It's like chemical reaction that happens due to an impulse, but it doesn't necessarily. It should, you can. It's always mind over matter.